Again, good morning to all of you. As I have already told you about the communication, now today's topic is role of professional communication in today's world of business and commerce. Okay, the small introduction of the same topic is communication is the process of transmitting ideas or thoughts from one person to another person who receives the communication. So, communication can be defined as the sum of all things that one person does when he wants to create an understanding about something in the mind of another. It is a bridge that conveys meaning and conveys a systematic and continuous process of telling, listening, and understanding. Professional communication is the communication within the workplace that encompass oral, written, and visual discipline. There are professional communication theories, and most of them are practical, effective. Professional communication promotes services and products in organization. Professional communication encompasses written, oral, visual, and digital communication within a workplace context. Professional business communication is essential to the success of any corporation. This could include business letter, memos, notice, circular, reports, proposal, etc. Small businesses are all the way up to corporations can define from professional and technical communication, and the keywords of the same are the communication, transmitting, effective report, proposal, digital organization, and all. Now we are coming again the point what communication exactly mean. Communication, as the word has been taken from the Latin word communicare, is the activity of conveying information through exchange of thought, message, or information by speech, visual, signal, writing, or behavior. It is the meaningful exchange of information between two or more living creatures. Communication is a two-way process. Good listening skills are part of good communication. We need to understand what the other person is saying to us as well as to say what we want. Communication often includes non-verbal clues such as tone of voice, facial expression, gestures, and body postures. Good communication includes being observant and focusing on the other person. Communication is a compromise. Everyone has a right to have their own opinion. Just because you don't agree with them is no reason not to listen. One definition of communication is any act of by which one person gives to or receives from person information about that person's need, desire, perceptions, knowledge, or affective states. Communication may be international or uninternational, may involve conventional or unconventional signals, may take linguistic or non linguistic forms, and may occur through spoken or other mode. Number one, communication is transfer of information from one person to another, whether or not it elicites confidence, but the information transferred must be understandable to the receiver, according to G. Brown. Next, communication is the intercourse by words, letter, or message. It is shared by G. Mayer. There are two different, thinker about the communication in which they have presented their own ideas. Communication requires a sender, a message, and a recipient through the receiver does not have to be present or aware of the sender's intent to communicate at the time of communication. So, communication can occur or aware across vast distance in time and space. Communication requires that the communicating parties share an area of communicative community. The communication process is complete once the receiver understands the sender's message. Communicating with other involves three primary steps. Number one, thought. First, information exists in the mind of the sender. This can be concept, idea, information, or feelings. Second, encoding. Next, a message is sent to a receiver in word or other symbols. Third, decoding. Lastly, the receiver translates the words or symbol into a concept or information that a person can understand. Now we are coming professional communication. What professional communication exactly mean? See, professional communication is the communication within the workplace that encompass oral, written and visual discipline. There are professional communication theories and most of them are practical. Effective professional communication promotes services and products and organizations. Professional communication encompass written, oral and visual and digital communication within the workplace context. This discipline blends together pedagogical principle or rhetorical technology or software to improve communication in a variety of settings ranging from technical writing to usability and digital media design. It is a new discipline that focuses on the study of information and the way it is created, managed, distributed, and consumed. Since communication in modern society is a rapidly changing area, the progress of technology seems to often outpace the number of available expert practitioners. This creates a demand for skilled communicators which continue to exceed the supply of trained professionals. The field of professional communication is clearly related to that of technical communication, though professional communication encompass a wider variety of skilled professional communication uses different strategies, theories and technologies to more effectively communicate in the business world. Successful communication skills are critical to a business because all businesses through to varying degrees involves the following writings: reading, editing, speaking, listening, software application, computer graphics and internet research. Job candidates with the professional communication backgrounds are more likely to bring to the organization sophisticated perspectives on society, culture, science and technology. The study of professional communication includes different objectives. These are as follows: the study of rhetoric, which serves as a theoretical basis; the study of technical writing, which serves as a form of professional communication; the study of visual communication, which also uses rhetoric as a theoretical basis for various aspects of creating visuals; the study of various research methods where professional communication is used as one of the most important mode of communication nationally and internationally. Other area of study includes global and cross-cultural communication, marketing and public relations, technical editing, digital literacy, composition theory, video production, corporate communication and publishing. A professional communication program may create to a very specialized interest or to several different interests. The professional communication can also be closely tied to organizational communication. Students who pursue graduate degree in professional communication research communicative practice in organized context including business, academic, scientific, technical and non-profit settings to study how communication practice shape and are shaped by culture, technology, history and theories of communication. See, professional communication encompasses a broad collection of discipline embracing a delivery of rhetorical context and situation. Area of study range from everyday writing at the workplace to historical writing, pedagogy from the implication of new media for communicative practices to the theory and design of online learning, and from oral presentations to the production of website. Effective communication in business helps better understanding a person or situation, enables us to resolve important differences and build trust and respect. Effective communication is also about exchanging information, and it requires you to understand the emotion behind the information. Effective communication can also improve relationship at work, home, and in social situation by deepening your connections to other and improve teamwork, decision making, caring, and problem solving. It is also stated that effective communication in a business is a learned skill. Now we are coming next topic, different types of professional documents during communication. See, professional business communication is essential to the success of any corporation. This could include writing memos, reports, or proposal. A small business all the way up to corporation can benefit from professional and technical communication. There are many different forms and aspects of business communication. Every document must be reviewed for legal implications because any and all written document in a business environment can and will be used in court. For all documents, use professional language and tone. When writing any document, it is important to pay attention to your audience and consider their background when writing. When writing business documents such as memo, report, or workplace email, it is important to consider these. Every document that is created and normally crafted to someone specifically, this someone would be our intended audience. Our writing style and content will be tailored to them because they are the one we must impress. In many situations, however, an unintended audience could come into play. This could be anyone that we never expected to see our document, such as a boss or co-worker. For example, if you send an email to a co-worker talking about the company that you work for, or even our peer, the co-workers is your intended audience. Although if our boss were to come across this document, he or she would be the unintended audience, and there could be severe repercussions if the email was not crafted with other people in mind. All aspects of our business document should take into consideration everyone that could potentially read it. By ensuring this, we will save ourselves and possibly even save our job. The worst case scenario could be that our document's unintended audience is the people in a court of law. Overall, one must always consider who will be reading or witnessing their document with the business world, because more and more global, it is increasingly important to understand how to communicate with a foreign audience as well. Something that might not be offensive to us could easily be offensive to someone from another culture. No one will make decision in our favor if they feel that our deliberately offended them. This could all because our communication was lacking and we weren't properly considering our audience. See, letter. Personal letter do not usually have to strict layout, but business letters follow a common order or sequence in which information is presented. This makes it easier to quickly scan through the letter and helps in reducing time to draft and read letter shared between different people. The following are the elements that are commonly found in business letters: heading, date, reference, inside address, attention, line, salutation, subject, body of letter, complimentary clause, signature, enclosure, notion, mailing notion, and address notion. The four steps to be kept in mind while drafting effective business letter are planning, writing, revising, and editing. Okay, next we are coming reports. What reports and how reports are important? Already I have told you that in international communication, these things are very, very important, where we are supposed to learn each and everything in a systematic manner. Reports The word report is derived from the Latin word reporter, which means to carry back. Report is therefore a description of an event carried back to someone who was not present on the scene. A report can be written on a number of occasions. It can be progress report card of students given to parents at the end of academic session, giving detail of. Next, we are coming to the point memo. A memo format is used for shorter reporters that circulate within a company or an office. The day-to-day operation of a company depends on memo. A memo is actually a brief report, therefore called a miniature report. Periodic reports are usually written in a memo format and are generally briefed. It may be used for interdepartmental work like policy changes, problem solving, sharing outcomes of changes. Memo reports also deal with the internal communication of the business. See, progress or internal reports. In projects, the interim report is often complied to analyze how to project is proceeding before its final completion. Interim analysis is important in medical trials to ensure that the patients are not exposed to unnecessary danger during the trial. An interim official is a person who is filling an official role temporarily. This can be in between two other people or when the normal person is temporarily unable to do it and somebody else must fill in temporarily or without following the ordinary protocol. A public financial report conveying a period or less than 1 year. An interim statement is used to convey the performance of a company before the end of the year. Unlike annual statements, interim statements do not have to be audited. Interim statements increase communication between companies and the public and provide investors within or with up to date information between annual report period. See, laboratory report are written for several reasons. One reason is to communicate the laboratory work to management. In such situation, management often bases company decisions on the results of the report. Another reason to write laboratory report is to achieve the work so that the work will not have to be done in future. See, professional communication through internet. How is this possible? The internet is no longer just a place of content, it is the latest technological background in the communication. Following the telegraph and the telephone, internet users are able to communicate with each other from all around the world instantaneously. With the necessary tools, users can share photos, send virtual birthday and Christmas cards and develop better relationship with family and friends. Professionals can communicate effectively with the help of email, instant messaging, chat rooms, social networking, forum, blog, video conferring, email, a shortened form of electronic email. And email works much like traditional mail. In that message are still sent by one person, received and sometimes saved by another, but the process of instant users are given in unique email address from which messages are passed back and forth. Additionally, one message can be sent to several recipients simultaneously. See, instant messaging, next chat room messaging, social networking, forum, blog or blog writing, audio conferencing, video conferencing, VOP यानी वॉइस ओवर इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल is phone service through an internet connection. Users are given an adapter and a unique phone number. The user can then send the send and receive phone calls using a computer, a VIP phone, or a traditional phone to and from other people, whether or not they use VIP themselves. Why professional communication skills are so important? As we know, this is, dear student, this is very important in today time. Why professional communication skills are very important? See, the various forms of speaking, listening, writing or responding carried out both in and beyond the workplace, whether in person or electronically, as Chen and Kong point out in the preface of professional communication, collaboration between academics and practitioners. Professional communication is an emerging area of investigating in many disciplines such as applied linguistic communication, studies, education, and psychology. Understanding of professional communication can be enhanced by the studies conducted by the professionals themselves, because they are the insider in their professional. So, professional communication passes information along. If we can effectively communicate, then people understand us much better, and whatever information we are trying to tell them will get across without being misunderstood. In business, this can prevent mistakes from being made by the people who thought we said something else. In professional or personal life, it can help us to let others know what we want. Second, we are coming professional communication makes good relationship. If we can effectively communicate, then other people know what we need and want. We can let them know our feelings without being misunderstood. This prevents argument, especially between couples, because it avoids all that. We should have known how I felt, short of mind reading arguments. If we can explain our thoughts and feelings, then we wouldn't misunderstand each other. Professional communication helps us in get what we need. Professional communication gives us self-esteem. Professional communication helps us to think better. Professional communication makes peaceful communities. If we can effectively communicate, then we can get along better with our neighbors in our town or city, in our country, or in the world. Most wars are caused by people not communicating effectively and not being able to negotiate with each other. So finally, all professionals want to expand their business in global market, so they need professional communication skill to deal with other parties, to get better results, to search new market, to advertise products, to compare price, to get information of new products, to maintain cordial relationship, to draft letter, to explore websites, to take wise and better decision. Professional communication skills also need to maintain internal communication, which boosts team spirit and effectiveness. Finally, dear student, I have already told you how communication is important to make national and international relationship. I think today's this class will be helpful for you to understand well about the importance of professional communication to make good, smooth, sweet, harmonious relationship in society, in business and all. Thank you.